What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this really cute springy all blinged out set. Like, I'm literally obsessed with the way these nails came out. Like, I feel like this is my favorite spring set so far, and today I'm going to be using acrylic because I haven't used acrylic in a while. And like I said in my last video, I don't get to do it a lot, and I have a bunch of acrylics that I spent a lot of money on, and they're literally just like collecting dust on my shelf. So yeah, a lot of you guys said that you like when I do acrylic nails. So yeah, we're going to be doing more of that. So I'm actually using 3 colors today from my collection. Well, actually 5, but we'll get into the other ones later on. So I'm using a hot pink shade from Modelones, also a peach shade from them. They don't really have any names, they're numbered. I'll try to link them down below if they're still available. And I'm also using a pink from Nailed by John. It's called Pop That. I'm not going to read the whole name because if you know Nailed by John, his acrylics have crazy names, and I'm not trying to get like demonetized or anything like that. But yeah, if you know, you know. But it's a really cute like pink shade. So yeah, as you can see, I clearly already prepped my nails off camera. We're like just jumping right into the design and everything like that. I just shaped them up with my usual square nail tips that I use. These are linked in my Amazon store under nail prep and tools. My Amazon store is split into categories, so that's what I'm telling you, like which category it's in. And I also do have base gel on my nails. I have that shade India from Madam Glam that I've been using. I find that putting base gel on my nails before I do acrylic actually helps the acrylic adhere to the nail better. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, it does actually help. Like, it helps prevent lifting in a way, because if you think, it's kind of like the same concept, whereas like the sticky base helps your polygel stick to it. So yeah, it's like the same with acrylic. Also, I keep that there. Most of you know, because I change my nails a lot and I need something to file down to, because when I file my nails down, I don't like to file down to my bare nail. Also helps to keep my nails strong and stuff like that. So if you were doing the set and you weren't using base gel, you would definitely have to put a layer of clear acrylic over your nails before you went in with any colored acrylics to avoid staining. But since I pretty much have that on my nails, I don't have to do that. So yeah, I didn't really know what I wanted to do at first with this set, so I was kind of like all over the place on the first nail. But when I got to the second one, I figured it out. So I'm basically putting that color from Nailed by John called Pop That, and I'm putting it towards the tip of all the nails, and then for the rest of the nail I'm using the other 2 colors from Modelones to create a marble. So like after everything's all on the nail, in a way the nails look two-tone because towards the tip it's just that one light pink. This is basically like the base on all of the nails. I wanted like to shine through the bling, so after you put the bling on and stuff, they look two-tone, almost kind of like an ombre, like a marble at the top ombre, if that makes any sense. So yeah, to do the marble, I'm grabbing like some of the pink and dipping my brush in there and then into the peach and kind of like brushing it onto the nail. I'm working with the acrylic wet because I feel like it's easier with marble. You get more of that marbled effect. So yeah, if I add in too much of one color, I'll just pick up a single color. Like, I'll just go in with more peach or more hot pink, like however I want it. Like on this nail, I felt like there was too much of the hot pink, like you weren't really seeing that marbled effect, I guess because I picked up too big of a bead. So I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of peach, but then I added too much peach, so I had to go back in with the pink. You basically have to like alternate between the colors until you get your desired look, basically. It never comes out the same way, so you just got to work with it, basically, if that makes any sense. I left the ring finger clear because I didn't know what I wanted to do with that at first. At first I was going to make all the nails the same color, but then I changed my mind. I was like, no, we have to change it up. That's like too plain. And I felt like adding an all glitter like accent nail to the set just gave the set a little more oomph. Like, sometimes it's like the little things that matter. To do that, I'm actually using these butterfly acrylics from Secret Nail Affair. Their Mariposa collection. This one is like one of the pinkish toned ones. I forgot what it was called. I can't even think right now. It might be called Mariposa, but I'm not sure. So I'm going in with that one first. And at first I was going to leave it like that, but it wasn't really going in my mind. Like, it just, something about it looked a little off. So there's actually another butterfly like glitter acrylic in that collection that's more orange toned, and it's called Reina. So I actually went over it with that, and it kind of tied in with the peach and the marble and everything, and I felt like it went a lot better. And I was going to put like some glitter on the tips of all the nails, but at last minute I decided to take it off because I was like, I don't know, it kind of looks a little tacky, and I wanted the main attraction on this set to be the bling, so I didn't want to do too much for the base because then it would just be weird. Plus it would just get covered up anyway. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going over this glitter with the Reina glitter, and since there's like peachy colored butterflies in there, it really popped. Like, you see that it just goes like so much better than just the plain pink. I feel like the peach just made the nails pop and gave more of that spring look. And I'm actually using my acrylic brush in the size 12. This is my Beauty Galleria brush. I have these linked in my Amazon store under nail prep and tools, as well as the monomer I like to use. I like to use Mia's Secret. I think I have that under acrylic or nail prep, I'm not really sure, but I used Mia's Secret monomer and clear acrylic, so that's what I'm going to be encapsulating these nails with. These nails need to be encapsulated because like you don't want to file through the marble when you go to file, shape, and buff. Plus, like, we didn't really build up the nails a lot with this color, so you definitely have to cap them to build up the structure of the nail, especially if you have long nails like me. They need structure so they don't break. So I usually do my usual 3-bead method when I encapsulate, and of course I check the nail like after I do my 3 beads. If I need to add in some more, I do, but I always start with those same 3 beads. Sometimes, you know, with nails, sometimes you just have to like add a little more because that's how it is. Like, nothing's ever perfect, but as long as you have some sort of like routine, like down pat, then you always know like your nails will come out the same for the most part. And you kind of have to be the judge of how much acrylic you need to use based on the length of your nails. I've been doing this for a long time, so I already know how much I need. So I usually place my first bead under the smile line to build up the free edge of the nail. The second bead is right at the smile line where the smile line and the tip meet, and I use that to start building my apex. So when I'm patting the acrylic in place, I'm kind of like focusing it in that area. Of course I do brush it down a little bit to blend it into the tip so there's not like a bunch of bumps on the nail, but I focus it mainly in that area to start building my apex. Then I go in with my third bead up by the cuticle area to further build the apex, and I usually get like the perfect nail that way, like the perfect apex, and like I said, I add in more if I have to, but yeah, it's usually like the perfect size and thickness for the nails and everything like that. I also make sure to like keep like shaping the acrylic while it's setting, because if you kind of just like brush it in place really quick, as it's drying it can tend to brush off to the sides and make your nails look wider. So you'll see me like patting in the sides and stuff, and like the free edge of the nail at the end of the nail to keep the shape of the nail while I'm working, so that like when I go to file and stuff, there's not ridiculous amounts to file, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do for the encapsulation part. And now we're going to go ahead and do the filing for this set. The base on all of the nails was pretty simple and straightforward. Like I said, the main attraction here is the bling. Sometimes you don't have to do like your nails all crazy. You can let like certain charms or stones be like the statement pieces for your sets, you know? Like that's how you change it up and do things like that. What I'm trying to say is like you can do a basic set of nails and then you can have really cute stones, and like your placement will like do the talking for the set. Like it will be like unique, you know what I mean? That's what I've been trying to do lately, like try to place my stones in a unique way, just because like it gives you your own style and stuff like that. Like yeah, I used to try to like, you know, kind of do what like other people did when I first started my channel and stuff, but now I'm like coming with my own style and kind of like thinking of my own ways, because that's what makes you unique, you know? Like if you're just like doing what the next YouTuber does like on your channel, like then it's not like unique. Like you need to come up with your own stuff. Like it's okay to be like inspired by people once in a while, but like when you start like just doing what other people do, then it's kind of like, you know, you need to have like your own style, if that makes sense, like something that makes you unique. But anyways, I'm gonna start by debulking the nails. I'm going around the cuticle area, I'm smoothing out the nails, I'm going along the side walls. I'm kind of just like smoothing over the nails and the bumps and everything like that. These nails are pretty well shaped. Like I didn't have much filing to do because like I said, when I work, I try to keep the acrylic like from running off to the side, so it holds the shape of the nails. You basically just got to go in and, you know, tighten it up and seal around the cuticle and stuff like that. Also file underneath the nails to get out any like plastic or acrylic that might be under there. So the way the structure of your nails should look, if you're wondering, the apex should be like a little hill. That's like where you get most of the structure of your nails so they don't break, and it gets gradually thinner towards the free edge, but you want some thickness there so that the tip doesn't snap off, especially if you have long nails. And the sidewalls are always the thinnest part of your nail, so when you look down the barrel of your nail, the sidewall should be very thin. You should have that little hill, that's your apex. Yeah, and I do file right underneath the tip of the nail to create like that little C curve. And like I said, I'm just using the safety bit to try to get the cuticle area down as much as I can before I go in with my cuticle bit and seal around the cuticle. So now I'm taking my cuticle bit. This one is from Pana, and I'm using that to seal around the cuticle. I'm using it on a low speed, about 12,000 RPMs. When I was doing the debulking, I was using my drill on 15,000 RPMs. I know some of you guys wanted to know like what RPMs I use when I file. So I figured I would like mention that, because I mean, when I started doing nails, I always wondered that too, and nobody really like mentioned that. They just said like, oh, I'm using it on a lower speed or like something like that, or they just didn't say anything at all. So yeah, the thing about cuticle bits, they're small and they can get like right in between the cuticle area and the artificial nail to seal the back of that acrylic so that you don't get lifting and your nails will last a lot longer. Now I'm going in with my hand file to shape up the nails. So I'm doing a long coffin for this set. Normally I do like a square, but I'm tapering in the tip more on these just because, I don't know, that's the look I was going for. It's not a super thin coffin, but it's also not a super wide square. So I feel like it's just like a regular long kind of coffin, maybe in between square, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if there's a shape for that, but who cares, like, at this point. I'm using a 180 grit hand file. So I'm filing straight on the sides to kind of like take off the bulk. And then I taper the tip in by holding my hand file at an angle and filing in towards the tip of the nail. My camera actually cut off after I was done filing the ring finger. So sorry about that, but I do the same thing for every nail. It's nothing like anything new. I do this in every video, literally. To file the free edge, I hold my file at an angle and file straight across. You can do that or file up and down. Just make sure no matter what you're doing, you're holding your file straight, even if it's at an angle, so the shape doesn't come out all like lopsided. And don't file on one side for too long. That is mainly how your nails can come out uneven. Just keep alternating sides. That's the best way I could tell you. I like to do my shaping last after debulking because I feel like it comes out sharper and lasts longer. Because I feel like if you do it the other way around, and I know I say this a lot, but like if you do it the other way around, I feel like it can like dull your shape like after you've already followed it, because you're going in with a hand file and without realizing it does dull it. By doing it this way, it's longer lasting, trust me, because my shape like never gets dull. Like the corners never really round or anything like that. So if you're having that issue, try to do it this way and I bet you it would make a difference. I actually do buff the nails with a buffer after filing, but like I said, my camera cut off. But you always want to go in with a buffer to buff over the surface of the nails to get out any scratches, because if you don't, that's going to show through like on your top coat. And to finish everything up, I'm gonna go ahead and start applying the bling. I have a bunch of different like stones that I'm using here. I have these really cute like gems that are outlined with like gold frames, and I don't know, they're really cute. I'll have like all of the stones and stuff linked in my Amazon store under nail art. I also have these like glassy butterflies that I'll be using. I'm also using some stones from the Saviland Bling kit, some little AB rhinestones. I have some money signs, and then I also have these really big teardrop AB stones. They're like kind of like that. It's not like a flat back, it's kind of like a pointed back where they kind of like raise up off the nail, if that makes sense. So I'm using like those on the thumb. So yeah, I'm kind of like mixing them all together and just like placing them in place. I'm using some Makartt rhinestone gel to attach them. With big stones like this, you want to use something with a very strong hold. You can't use like regular nail glue or anything, they'll pop right off. So I'm using this gel. You can also use poly gel or clear acrylic, whatever works best for you. This gel, like if you keep it on the nail too long, it starts to warm up and it does get a little runny. So it was a little bit of a pain to have to keep like adjusting the gel. And you also want to make sure you clean up the gel that like seeps off to the sides, because if you cure it, there'll be like clumps of gel on your nail and it won't look right. So yeah, just make sure you go ahead and do that, and make sure that they're all like centered and lined up. It may be annoying to have to do that, but the end result is worth it because everything will be like neatly placed and everything like that. This set took me a very long time, so I plan on keeping this set on for like the next week. My next set is gonna have to be on the practice hand because I am not taking these off after I stayed up all night doing these. But yeah, you just want to make sure they're into the gel really good, so when you cure them, they stay. I haven't had any fall off yet, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm being like totally random with the bling placement, like no specific way. I'm just like doing it as I go along. I feel like it comes out more unique that way and stuff like that. So yeah, after I'm done curing the stones and everything in place, I'm gonna go ahead and top coat around the stones, which was a little challenging because these are really big stones, and then trying to get behind the ones like up by the cuticle area, I ended up getting a little bit of gel on my fingers, so I did have to clean it up with some like isopropyl alcohol, but it was bound to happen because like how else would you get behind there? I mean, I guess you could use a detail brush, but I didn't have time for all that, so it is what it is. I'm also making sure to top coat underneath the nail on the glitter ones that are see-through, so that like you can really get that glassy effect. And that's pretty much it. I just cure for 60 seconds, and yeah, I'm obsessed with these nails. I hope you guys like them. Let me know what you think of this set in the comments, or if you would wear something like this. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribe, because I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you definitely do not want to miss out. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I post a new video. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I would love it if you did that as well, so we could stay connected on there. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.